A BOQ item is a key component within a BOQ estimate, or Bill of Quantities. The BOQ is a detailed document used in construction projects to outline all the costs involved in completing a job. Each BOQ estimate includes various product types, which are the building blocks of the estimate. In builder's excellence, these product types are materials, labor, materials and labor combined, expenses, subcontractors, equipment hire. A BOQ item represents a specific part of the construction work and contains all the necessary estimating details for each of these product types. For example, a BOQ item might be project management, and it would include quantities, pricing, cost per unit for materials, labor rates, etc. Markup, supplier information, other relevant details for executing that part of the project. Each BOQ item helps break down the project into manageable, costed components, providing a clear picture of what is required to complete each aspect of the work. To improve efficiency, BOQ item templates can be created and grouped into recipes, allowing for fast, consistent estimating across similar projects or tasks. In this video, we are going to demonstrate how to import your BOQ item templates using a CSV file. Let's start with the CSV file. The file I'm going to use contains the following columns. Recipe name. This will help me link the items to the recipes later. Record type. This import is to create template BOQ items, so all rows must be template. BOQ item. This is the name given to the estimated line item. Description. You can use the description to elaborate on the item name. Product type. This field is import and must be one of the product type options. Product or service. This is the product from your Zoho product database. A product is either material used or roles such as project management or supervision. A product must be linked to the BOQ item, but the estimating stage may be too early to define these details. You can use a general product and update this later once you have established the materials you want to buy. Watch the product management video for more information. Make sure the product you choose is active. Products that are not active cannot be included in a BOQ estimate. Make sure the product name is identical to your product database. The next column is the supplier column. The BOQ item needs a supplier, but like the product, it may be too early to choose a supplier or a subcontractor. In this import, I'm using a supplier record called TBA external, which I can update later either at the estimating, scheduling, or purchasing stage. Make sure the spelling and format of the supplier you use on the CSV import is consistent with your supplier records. If you're purchasing materials from your own stock, then select the internal supplier associated with your business. When it is time to purchase materials, the cost of goods will be transferred from your inventory to your project. Please remember, although you need to allocate a product and supplier on your BOQ item import, these details can be updated later. Next is the cost code. Watch the Managing Cost Codes video for more information on how to update and manage your cost code structure. In this column, enter the name of the cost code you want to use and make sure the spelling and format is consistent with your cost code record. Next is the unit of measure. This is a drop-down from your BOQ items module. The options in the drop-down are managed under your global datasets. It's important the value on your import spreadsheet matches the options on the drop-down list. The quantity field can be decimal points, but do not exceed 4 points. The unit cost and unit price must not contain currency symbols or comma separators. To format your Excel file, right-click on the currency columns and select Format Cells, making sure the comma separator is unticked. The markup can either be imported as a markup as a percent or markup as dollar value. If you are using Builder's Excellence with another currency, the value will be based on your local currency. For example, markup is pounds in the UK. You cannot enter the markup as a percentage or dollar value under the same column. If you require some line items to be a dollar value and others to be a percentage value, you will need 2 columns, one for each. Insert a new column for the markup dollar value. For each line item, only use either percentage or dollar value. It cannot be both. If you only require either percentage or dollar value, you only need 1 column on your import file. In this example, we are going to import using a percentage markup, so we can delete the markup dollar value. You can have different percentage markups on each item. You do not need to import the unit price and subtotal, as this will be calculated on your unit cost plus markup value. If you accidentally import the unit price and subtotal, it will be corrected by the system if the figures are incorrect. Now our CSV file is ready to import. Click on the BOQ items in the navigation. Under the blue button, select Import BOQ items. Upload your file and click on Next. In this example, we are only adding new items. Choose the option Add as New BOQ Items. To upload existing BOQ items, watch the Updating BOQ Items via CSV import video. Click on Next. Under the column fields in the file are the headers from your import file. Match these to your CRM fields under the BOQ Items module. The following fields are related records: products or service, supplier, and cost code, as our import file contains names and not IDs. Make sure the name option is chosen for each of these fields. On the decimal and currency values, you may be prompted to select the correct formatting option. The unit price and subtotal columns were not deleted from the import file. As they do not need to be imported, you can select none from the top of the list, and these columns will be ignored. Once your columns are mapped, click on Next. You will receive a prompt to confirm the number of unmapped columns. As we know, these are the description, unit price, and subtotal. Click on Yes, Continue. BOQ item templates are not likely to require further action on this next screen, so click on Finish. You will receive a confirmation message confirming your BOQ items are being imported. Click on OK to continue. Once your import is complete, you will receive an import notification. Click on the notification to be directed to your import summary. This will confirm how many rows were successfully imported and failed to import. Close this pop-up. If you need to return to this later, go to Settings. Under Data Administration, click on Import, then select Import History at the top. If you want to cancel the import and remove the records to try again, hover over the row and select Undo Import. Please note this is only available for a short period. Once records are edited, it cannot be undone. We are not going to undo this import. Let's go back to BOQ items and finish the process. There is one final step to calculate all the values and update the additional fields. Create a view with your imported records. Watch the Managing Views video to learn more. Here I can see my 40 records imported today. Select all. Under Actions, select Mass Update. From the field options, select Recalculate and Update. Tick the box and click on Update. This will trigger all the calculations and field updates to complete your import process for your BOQ item templates. You can now open a record and see it's fully complete. You are now ready to build the BOQ recipes. Watch the Building BOQ Recipes video next.